All right, hey there, fellow coder. I want to share with you the visual aspects of what a massive shift is happening right now in the world of AI and software development. Again, I talked about this in an email I sent out yesterday about how there's been this giant shift in my mindset around AI where before it wasn't helpful to me. I didn't feel like AI helped me. It helped, people who were starting to learn, but not me as a senior level developer. I have changed my tune. So in the last 3 weeks, it might even be less than 3 weeks, but let's call it 3 weeks, I have built MVPs for a bunch of apps, and I want to share them with you right now. So I'm going to go through these, and so this one is like an Airbnb clone. So basically what I'm doing here, my strategy is I'm looking for jobs on Upwork just to prove out this concept of you can get a job on Upwork once you understand how to use and leverage this AI material that I'm going to be teaching in my AI course, which starts very, very soon. So once you understand how to do all this stuff, you can apply it to getting contracts on Upwork, and it works well. So the concept here is you see a job opening, right? Someone's posting a job saying, hey, I'd like you to build out a website that does XYZ for this amount of money in this amount of time, right? So that's what I do. I go and look on the Upwork listings and I say, hey, where can I find one that shows a website that I can actually build out pretty quickly as a proof of concept, send them the video and show them the work that I've done and say, hey, like I've already done a lot of the work here. Wouldn't I, I've already proved to you that I can build this out. Wouldn't you want to hire me as the programmer for this? Nothing is a better proof that you're the person for the job than actually doing the work and showing them that you've done the work. So for this one, this was someone who essentially wanted to build out an Airbnb clone. So I built this, again, with AI. This took me a morning. I sat down for a morning. I think it was about 2.5 hours of work. And I churned this out with the help of AI. So there's all these different cards with all these different properties that you can view and rent. So let's look at, I don't know, a lakefront cottage for $225 a night. You click view details. Boom, here it is. Here's the amenities. Here's what it does. And you can, book a spot. So let me check in. Let me say I want to do it this weekend. So Friday through Sunday, right? I want to put in my name, Trevor Page, and my email, whatever, test@gmail.com. So it's calculated the price. It says $450 because I checked. It's, I guess, 2 nights. So 225 times 2 is 450. Again, I didn't really do any of this logic. This is all what AI's done for me with the layout and everything. Obviously, it could look a little bit better, right? I think this could probably be a full width element. But anyway, this is just what it spit out. And then I click book now. So now when I click book now, nothing seemingly happens on the front end because I didn't tell it to go any further, right? I didn't tell it, okay, here's what to do once you book. But if you go to check in again, you'll see that those nights, the 7th and the 8th, are now grayed out. You can't choose them because this is actually storing information in a database, right? There's actually a database behind here that is storing all these bookings and whatnot. So here's a proof of concept, and I was able to, email this to the person for the Upwork contract, say, hey, there you go, right? This is sort of the proof of concept, and this is sort of showing you what I can do, right? I did this in a couple hours. When you leverage the knowledge of AI that I'm going to be teaching you in this AI course, again, link somewhere in the email that I sent you where you can join up. But that's just one. This is, again, guys, I did this in like 3 weeks. 3 weeks I've done all this stuff. It's nuts. So this is one I did in the morning. Here's another one. A job post was around matching teachers to schools that needed substitute teachers, right? So, connecting great teachers with schools in need, right? The smart way to manage substitute teacher placements. Built out this whole landing page here, this whole first part of it. Again, I didn't really do any of this. This is all AI with some guidance from me that was able to generate this stuff. So you can sign up as a teacher. If I click join as a teacher, you fill out the form to join as a teacher, or you can go back and register as a school. So there's a different form to register as a school. I've already registered though, so let me log in as a school. So, I've already logged in. So in the HR dashboard, you see here that you can post jobs as an HR person. So here are the different jobs that have been posted, right? And the key thing here is that I just made some fake data here. The key thing is it matches by city. So here's a city, teacher city. Here's a, random city, Springfield, the teacher city. So there's 2 that are posted in the teacher city placement. I'm going to log out. I think at the redirect and the log out. Okay, good. It's working. So I'm going to log out. Then I'm going to log in as the teacher, right? So teacher@example.com are the credentials that I need to log in as. I think the password is this. Let me see. I might get it wrong. I did get it right. So here is the teacher website, right? The teacher portal. And as you can see, available teaching jobs, we have 2 matches. So there were 4 jobs that are posted, but it's only showing 2 because this teacher's profile, their city is set to the teacher city value. So there's matching logic going on back here, right? So I was able to take this and demonstrate it to the person who posted for this job. Well, here's another one. Someone wanted a survey builder. They want a drag and drop survey builder. So I said, I don't know, let's see if I can build a drag and drop survey builder. So if I go here and say create new survey, here it is, right? So you can say survey title, survey number 1. So you can drag and drop. So the email address, boom. So what's your email? Let's, collect their address, boom. Let's ask a single line text question like, are you, or tell me about yourself, ... And then we can have a yes or no question. And then maybe, I want to put the yes or no question here, right? And the yes or no question can be, are you a cool dude, right? Save. There you go. It saved the survey, right? So now I've got this and I can start email. Well, I haven't created the functionality to email it out to people and actually have people fill it out, but that's actually not too difficult to do, right? You can go back in and edit the survey. So if I click edit, maybe I want to do their address first and then their email second, right? So if I go back and edit, here it is, addresses first, then email. You know what I mean? You can drag and drop and do whatever you like. You can create another survey here, survey 2, come on, 2, and have, I don't know, a checkbox or something, right? And you can add options, yes, no, maybe, right? Are you cool? So you get the idea, right? So here's survey number 2 with 1 question. Here it is. Are you cool, right? So boom, survey builder, drag and drop, exactly what they wanted. I can email it to them and say, hey, check it out, right? Here's one I built out just this morning. So this took me about an hour, right? So this person wanted a website to match people who have pets, to match them with service providers around the pet industry, right? The AI came up with PawPal, which I thought was a pretty good name. It's like kind of like PayPal, only, for pets. So I'm looking for a service for my cat. Maybe, I guess it wouldn't be pet walking, but I don't know, grooming, whatever. Drop off, you can select dates or whatever, and you can do a search. Now, I don't have the search functionality built out yet, but this is just a proof of concept, right? Whereas if you click dog, then, you can actually include the size of the dog. Maybe I have a large dog or something like that, right? And I want nail cutting, right? And then there's popular services, so, dog walking, pet sitting, grooming, whatever. And again, this is a whole landing page that was built out without much work at all. And whatever, you can say find services, and so here's some more services that I provided, right? There's some 6 services that they requested. There's a sign-in functionality. I even have this integrated with Google sign-in, so if I click sign in with Google, I can sign in with my email address, right? Boom. So I've signed in now with Google sign-in, like social sign-in, just like that. It's crazy what you can do with this. Here's a youth sports app site. So this person wanted an app that matches or allows people in youth sports to upload videos and stuff. So, share your sports journey, upload, watch, and celebrate youth sports moments. You can say get started, and you can sign up as a parent, as a player, or as a fan. That was the requirements, but I already have an account. I can log in and say I can log in as a parent, right? So I think it's example.com, and I don't remember the password. Is it this? No, I don't have the if you look in the back end, I think if you see, yeah, so I see it 401 unauthorized, right? So this is actually, like, the login functionality is working. It's not just fake data. So what was it? Maybe parent123 is the password? There you go. Okay, so then it logged in successfully. So yeah, here's some examples of videos that you can have uploaded or whatever. You can have a favorite section, or you can have subscriptions where you can view channels. They have a way to upload new videos, so you can click upload new video and upload a video. There's also one where you can do an admin portal. Sorry, this is it has a redirect to the wrong logout screen. What was is it admin? Shoot, I forget. At example.com and then admin 123. I built this like 2 weeks ago. Okay, here we go. And then this one has an admin. So just to show there's roles here too, right? So you can click on admin. This wasn't here before. And then I think they have an admin section. Here we go. So there's an admin section with a dashboard to show views and stuff. Like, I didn't do any of this. I shouldn't say I didn't do any of this. I didn't have to code out most of this myself by hand, right? I just navigated the AI. So there you go. And then I created, so this one's I think to quote the French, the pièce de résistance. This is a mobile app. So I created a mobile, I'm not a mobile developer, guys. I don't know the first thing about doing mobile development. I haven't done it in like 10 years, all right? I forget how to do it. But with the help of AI, I created this app. It's running on a tablet, right? This is a Pixel tablet, and just to show you it's an actual tablet, I can click and drag, and like, you know, this is actually a tablet that I'm emulating. My app is right here. And basically this has, you know, I can do light mode or dark mode, cool, fine, whatever. But basically what this is it's a writing app. You can't tell from the screen here, but it's a writing app that someone wanted to combine a writing app with Trello. So let me go to board. So this is like the Trello style board. Let me delete the old cards here. So this is a Trello style board which has like the to-do, in progress, you know, done, finalized, whatever. We can remove the done column and add another list here. We can say done, call it done, and say add a list. Boom. So you can, you know, mess around with the columns, and then you can add cards inside of the column. So go to the to-do column and say add card, and it opens up a writing environment, right? So I can have a writing environment. Here's a nice non-distracting, whatever. You get the idea. Writing environment that is super cool. And as you type, the text fades away, but it's still saved in or on the device, so you don't lose anything. So this is what the guy wanted, right? He wanted a really minimal environment to just let him focus on what he's doing, right? You can always scroll, and it's a fully functioning mobile app, and you minimize it, and now that card is here, right? So that card, I can click and drag it. There's a bug here where when you click and drag it, it kind of hides underneath the card in front, or the column. I didn't fix that bug because I sent this to the guy to check out, but you can click and drag it across the different columns or whatever, right? And like I said, you can add, remove cards, you can add, remove columns. It's crazy. Like, I did this, like, I built all this in like 3 weeks, guys. It's so crazy what you can do. So the opportunities that open up with this, right? The opportunities that open up once you know how to leverage AI properly, what tools to use, how to use them effectively, you can absolutely turbocharge your ability to create apps and proof of concept apps, and not even that, modifying existing apps as well. I had a bug that was plaguing me in my assignment submission app within my coding bootcamp, and myself and another senior level developer that I'd hired were looking at it for a little while. We couldn't figure out how to solve the bug. We were poking around. We weren't spending a full-time effort on this, but it lasted for months. This bloody bug was there for months. And we gave up on it. We're like, all right, forget about it. We'll just have to fix it with manual data updates every single month. And then I was like, well, hold on. Let me use AI. Let me just plug in and explain to AI what's going on here with my code base. And it found the bug. It found it within 2 seconds of me typing in the prompt, found it, suggested the change, and I looked at it and I said, oh my gosh, of course. That's 100% where the bug is. So I accepted the change, deployed the app, and then we tested it. Well, it's a monthly thing that this use case happens. We tested it for the use case for that month, and boom, bug fixed, no more. And it's like, guys, this is insane what you can do now with this stuff. So I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. The opportunities are massive. Again, when you can apply to something like an Upwork position, it opens up so many opportunities because you'll have the ability to create a full stack app from scratch and fast. You'll learn in the course about how to not only develop this stuff, but how to publish, right? So you're gonna be learning about not only full stack JavaScript, so I'm gonna plug some of the holes and the gaps with JavaScript. I'm getting so excited, I can't talk. JavaScript is something that was a little bit missing from the bootcamp. So we're gonna be learning full stack JavaScript, maybe using Next.js or something like that. So you'll learn React plus Node and the glue to glue it together. And then we're gonna be learning about AWS as well in this course, while also augmenting it all with AI. So you're gonna be learning how to deploy apps to AWS if it's required. Sometimes it's not required, but it's a really good skill set to have. So you'll learn about that in the AI course. And I'm sure a ton more stuff. Oh, I didn't even mention, I have an app here. I have an Upwork helper app. So I created an app for myself to help me apply to Upwork jobs. And what you basically do is, I don't want to get into all the details, but you paste in some HTML code that comes from Upwork, very, very easy to get that code, and you hit go, and it leverages a local LLM. So I have a localized large language model on my machine that's running to process the data to spit out a score for apps that I should, or job openings that I should apply to, right? That I should apply to and build out. And look, senior full stack developer needed for pet sitting platform, right? We're looking for a senior developer to create blah, blah, blah. This is what I built. I built this right here. This is what I built this morning, right? The only reason why I built this out and applied to the job was because it was at the top of my list here, right? For the criteria that I put in for filtering jobs on Upwork. So this saves me so much time, right? Then I can go down and say, okay, look, this might be an app I want to apply to next, right? The estimated budget is about 5K. They want a chat bot for a medical training application. So I can go through here and read this and say, yeah, I can probably build out the proof of concept of this in like an hour, right? And then I can apply to this job and say, hey, look what I've done already, just to show you that I know what I'm doing and you should hire me, right? So imagine how much more effective you would be at landing contracts and getting real world experience and getting paid jobs if you could apply to a job like that, right? You could apply to the job and say, hey, look, I've already done 20% of the contract and I did it for free and I'm just giving it to you and showing you the code that I've done. Like, how would someone look at that and say, no, I don't want to hire that person, right? It doesn't compute. Of course they would look at that and say, oh my gosh, at least they'd want to interview you, right? So it just, what opens up is nuts. And if you join the course, I'm going to just give this to you. You'll have access to this code. I'm just going to give it to you and you can run it on your own computer. I'll teach you how to install an LLM on your computer. It's not too big a deal. It's nuts, right? I'm so excited about this. So please consider joining this course. It's launching very soon. I'm launching it on the 10th. It is currently the 4th. As I'm recording this video. The 10th is when it's launching, so please get registered. If you see the price, it's about 3K to join the course. If that's not doable, I can offer payment plans, right? I'm more than flexible especially if I've worked with you inside of the bootcamp, I'm more than willing to figure out a payment plan for you that works for your budget. I just want you guys to go through this, augment your knowledge with respect to JavaScript, right? Augment your knowledge with respect to AWS, as well as learn how to leverage AI properly to turbocharge your ability to go from like an entry-level programmer to at least a mid-tier programmer, likely to a senior-level programmer, right? Because it's the unfair advantage you get when understanding how to do this properly is nuts what you can do. So anyway, please don't let money be the barrier. Don't let time be the barrier. Like, I'm looking at between 1 to maybe 3 hours a week is what's required of you in this course. So I'm trying to keep it fairly low key in terms of the time that will be required. So don't let time get in the way. Don't let money get in the way. We'll figure out a payment plan. Just get in here and learn this stuff because you're going to be able to take it, apply it to Upwork, and at least 10x your ROI on the actual investment that you make in the course itself, because you're opening yourself up to all these contracts that you can now do, especially with the help of this Upwork job filtering app thing that I talked about. It streamlines the whole process. And every morning I see 18 new jobs posted. You can just go in and apply to any of those 18 jobs. And they're not gonna, when you go and interview with these people, you're not interviewing and answering code style questions, right? These are not the people who ask you leak code. These are the people who actually care that you can actually create the app that they want you to create. And when you can show them that you're already 20%, 30% of the way there, maybe even 50% of the way there with the code that you do before you apply to the job, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I need to hire you, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, guys, this opportunity is, yeah, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, right? There's such an arbitrage opportunity right now with AI, and I can ramble about this forever. One quick story and then I'll shut up. My neighbor, one of my neighbors in this community I live in, is a senior level developer who works as a developer at Google, right? We have an office, a Google office here. He works at Google. I approached him one day and I said, hey, how much of your workday revolves around using AI to code? And he said the exact same thing that I used to think. He said out loud, not really much, because it just slows me down. And I looked at him, his name's Vlad. I looked at Vlad and I said, dude, I'm about to blow your mind. Go check out this software, go check out what it can do, and get back to me tomorrow. Okay? And this is not hyperbole. I'm not making anything up. I'm not, what's the word? Beefing up the story just for the sake of the story. This is actually the conversation that happened. I said, go check it out. So next day, I'm walking to school, dropping my kids off, and I walk by him. And I don't want to acknowledge him. I don't want to, say anything to him. I just want to walk by and see what happens, right? So I start walking by. His name is Vlad. I start walking by Vlad with my kids. And he turns and sees me. Okay? He sees me. And I see him see me. And I just kind of give him the nod. And he goes, Trevor, 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 right? And I'm like, got him. Like, he gets it now, right? And I knew in that moment, just in him, the way his face lit up and the way he, called me, like I knew exactly what he was about to say. And of course what's going on, Vlad? How was your day? He's like, my mind is blown. And I was like, yep, exactly. So he now, I then followed up with him, I don't know, maybe, I think it might have been 3 days ago. Maybe 4 days ago, we crossed paths. And he was like, Trevor, you've ruined me. 90% of my code now is AI generated. And I was like, I know, right? AI gets you like 90% of the way there. And then you just need the coding skills, the base coding level skills to be able to finish that last 10%, right? To do those little tweaks, right? But it gets you 90% of the way there, which is why it speeds you up like crazy. It's nuts. Anyway, I've now ruined him. He's now fully on board the AI train. But that's what I mean by arbitrage opportunity, right? There's people who are very, very smart people who are senior level people that work at Google, right? And they don't know that this stuff is available to them. So now is the opportunity. The marketplace doesn't know like that this is an opportunity, that this is possible, right? So now is the opportunity to take advantage of this and to get out there and to knock out project after project after project and make a killing, okay? Eventually this, the market will start to catch on as to how quickly developers can go, and then, the market, then employers and or contract positions will expect more from you. But right now, there is an arbitrage opportunity, so do not miss out on it. That's why I have this course. This is the first course I have really created since I created my boot camp in like 2019 or something. That's how excited I am about this. So don't take this lightly when I say figure out a way to join this course. Okay? It's worth it. Now is the time to take advantage of it. Okay, cool. I won't say any more. This video's gone way longer than I intended. Thank you so much. If you're listening to this to the end, thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and respond to my email. This course is going to be created by me, led by me. You're going to get access to me. We're going to have weekly calls with me. Okay, it's going to be Trevor. It's going to be the Trevor and You show. So if you're someone who has been wanting to get direct access to me inside of the Slack channel, and like, it's going to be direct access with me. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you on the inside. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, can't wait to see you in the course. Take care of yourself. As always, happy learning, and bye for now.